Hello, my dear friends. Today I will share with you my new experience because I see the interesting results in my life. I started to be much more productive person, and I started to eat much less food, and that's so interesting because in this state when I eat only plant-based diet without any junk food, animal food, and I also eat not so much, and also I can stay hungry a lot of time, and it's so easy, it's so interesting state when you're hungry and you're so productive, you're full of resources to work, to grow, to think, to do everything what you want, and also to be in an interesting fields because um, I think that every this food from animal production food and junk food, they break you, and only natural food gives to you this natural state, and when you're in this natural state you're just living your life, and you living your life like being yourself, you feel yourself as you are like, and not like in this junk food when you're always afraid about what people think, what they will say to you. Your brain generates so many thoughts, and these thoughts take of you so many energy, and therefore I started to see in my life something really strange, and in first time I thought that it really crazy that I have much less thoughts much in um, I started to have less thought in 80%. You can imagine it, 80% thoughts is gone because I started to eat well. I don't think about bad things like oh my god, I feel so bad because I have eaten this bullshit which I didn't like, but I wanted it to get this dopamine, or just this craving uh, uh, made me to do it, and now I can just be myself with this food and in natural state, and that's really much more interesting life. And so also I see, and I started to learn it, that how our brain and gut connected, and they all also look almost like the same, and it makes a big sense that when your gut is clean, when you eat well, and your microbiomes works properly, then your brain works faster and better, and you remember everything, and you can grow much faster. And also the most interesting thing which I have noticed is that when I live just when I stay with myself or when I am with people, then I feel myself more comfortable. I am not afraid of them, because before I was always afraid about people, what they think. I felt just uncomfortable with them, but now I just don't care about them, about what they think, how they live. I see that everything just is my responsibility, and therefore I live just as I want, as I see it in my. I just getting my experience of life every day, and it's so unusual because. Um, I can do everything like before and even more, and I have much more time, and I can be involved to do to everything what I do in my life. When I'm reading book, I'm more involved into it, and also to everything what I do in this life. And even if I have bad emotions, I can more control myself. I can more uh, think right about it, what it was and what to do with it, how to be. And also it's just really clear states that my skin became much more another. Everything changed in my skin, in my thoughts, and I see that how my brain builds new neurons, more stronger neurons of good from good new resources because before I have always eaten only fruits and this junk food, this pastry food, and it was really painful because I was eating this pastry food with tea, and tea also breaks your nervous system always. It's so strange state. I thought that I uh, couldn't have any concentration with tea, but now I see that my concentration became much better. I can learn so many things in English. I can read the articles in English and I can understand them. If even I have eaten in the morning only once in the morning, not in the morning at 11 um, at 11 a.m. and now almost 5 p.m. I am not so hungry. I feel hungry, but it's not painful hungry that it rules my that it takes control of my body and I'm running to eat food. Not, I'm in control of everything and I see what I will eat. I know what I will eat, and I'm happy about this because I know what I will eat, and uh, it makes me happy because I know that I will be eat good food for my body, for my gut, for my brain. This food will be tasty, interesting, and amazing, and also. It's just interesting to get this experience. It's just like for fun, without pain, and just really like environment. I don't know, for me now, and I see that um, in this state I live like really I just live my life. I just really live my life. I'm just really alive, and I see that everyone uh, has to live. So I know it seems crazy that everyone is unity, everyone know what they eat, what to do, but I just want to say that you can just just it's about natural state, because when you eat this plant-based diet you're in your body not suffering, and that what I want to say is that in this natural state, when you not poison yourself, your body not suffering, and you are more glad, more kind, more happy, more smart person in this life. You're a less negative person, be in automatical, because you can be a negative person in this reality because it's your lifestyle. You can eat this junk food more, much more meat and dairy food, and therefore your body, after this food your body is suffering, and when your body is suffering you are unhappy, you feel bad, and therefore you have these negative thoughts about yourself, about everyone in this life, about this place where you're living, and therefore you're suffering every day. But uh, I, I was there. I've lived in this state so many years, and it was very painful in this depression state when you can see anything, when you can't understand anything, you just doing uh, for hoping that in one moment will come end to everything, because you're every day suffering, almost like every second in your life suffering. If even you're doing exercise, you're doing yoga, you always suffering, because it's important to sustain well your body. And even if you will eat even at once this junk food, it will like come back this state, because it's important to sustain every day your gut is your microbiome, and to give your body always clear food. In my opinion, it's so important, and but also the most important thing is that I don't want to give this state to anyone. I don't want to quit of this state every day, because for me it's sometimes it's really not so happy, or so hot. I'm just in this normal state, so just okay. I'm just not have I have this good mood. I'm just in middle of everything, just it's okay. I have resources. I know that I can work, I know what to do, I am not hungry, I don't want to eat this junk food, I just want to live my life, and I know that in one time I will have good mood, sometimes I will have not so very good mood, and it's just comes, comes out, and therefore it's okay to live so. And it's like a new reality, it's like a new life. In Planet Past Diet you're living just really in new reality. It's like new reality when you're connected with your body, when you can listen to your body, when you can feel your body, when you can feel your gut, your stomach. And it's much another state, because you're going to bed in much another state, much better state, and you wake up in another state with better mood. And you haven't this shifts when you are so happy or you're so sad, you're so happy, you're so sad, you're so happy, you're so sad. And you're just always in stable state. It's everything is okay, you're just living this life, and it's so cool. And also I see that I became more adequate person in this reality, because I just being myself, and I'm not afraid about myself, about what I will say to people. I'm not afraid what they will say to me. And because I'm much more confident, because I'm not, just not poisoning myself. And I see that every day my body gives to me something new, new experience, new challenge, and new views. And I'm learning myself every day, because now I have this, I can remember what was yesterday, what were was the 1 week ago. And therefore I can remember myself, and I can learn myself, I can understand myself. And so it's new reality. When you can understand what happens in the world, in this universe, you can learn, you can speak with people, and you can just live this life, you can be just alive. And what can be more important in our reality, to be alive. I'm confident that it sounds strange maybe, but for me, the most important thing in this reality is to be alive. When you're alive, you feel yourself, you feel your body yourself. And when you don't feel yourself, you can't understand yourself, you're like slave just in this reality. Because when you're just always living in your thoughts, you thinking about past or future, in the fear, in the anxiety, it isn't life. You just like slave in the dark room, and it isn't life when you're living in automatical. And therefore I try to share with my experience, because maybe for someone it will be also, it will touch someone. And therefore I just hope that it can be so useful for someone, because it changed my life. And I hope that you could understand me, because I'm speaking in automatical. I even didn't thought how it looks my English. And I hope that it's okay, that people will understand me in this reality. And just and therefore thank you for watching this video, my brothers and sisters. Thank you very much. So you always can do useful things, and can change everything in your life, and everything is your responsibility. Bye.